Welcome to GODSpeed, where truth meets life in under 10 minutes. I'm AK, and this is hope for your journey.
I've built a lot of furniture by general understanding instead of following the instructions, leading to a dresser, desk, and bookshelf that are together, but not quite right. They're leaning and some of them are unstable. Often the problem isn't what people seek to build, but the method by which they build it. We're catching up with Jesus at the conclusion of the Sermon on the Mount. I mean, he didn't just drop gems. He articulated some of the clearest and most quoted truths and lessons on earth today. But he wanted to give one final illustration to help people understand their importance and their implications. Today's reading comes from Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 through 29. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. When Jesus finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, because he taught as one who had authority, and not as their teachers of the law. I want to ask a question, share something obvious, and give some quick firsthand experience from my life on what not to do. The question is, what are you building on? See, the two builders in this story wanted the same thing, a home, to establish a place that would cover them from life's extremities, to give them comfort. But for some reason, as many of us do, they both decided to build on different foundations. I like to assume one man scouted the ground for his property, saw the good days, calm winds, sunshine, and figured it didn't seem to matter where you built. But another builder, who was counseled, realized you build a home to withstand the small portion of hard days that you rarely see, but will inevitably come. Because it's only in those hard times that you would even reconsider what you were building on. And this is what makes Jesus' teaching so powerful, as he makes this illustration about our lives. It's not just about what you need in the good days, great advice, good vibes, or moral guidelines. It's the strongest foundation available for building a life that will last and sustain. His words carry weight because they're rooted in truth that doesn't shift or change with circumstances. When you build your life on trends, popularity, comfort, convenience, style, or ease, you're building on sand. When you build your life on the teachings of love, forgiveness, service, truth, and trust in God, you're building on rock. These aren't just nice ideas. They're the fundamental principles that can withstand any storm life brings. Now, here's the obvious thing. What happens in life happens to everyone. Notice that Jesus didn't promise that following his teachings will protect you from life's difficulties. Quite the opposite. Both builders faced the same storm. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew. The difference wasn't in what they experienced, but in what they had built upon. This is the part I desperately want you to understand, that being a person of faith or a person who believes doesn't exempt you from hardship, disappointment, loss, struggle, or inconvenience. The storms of life are universal. What matters is having the right foundation when they come. Because what you build your life on will be revealed when the days you didn't expect arise. And it wouldn't be fair if I didn't share some of the experiences from my own life. Because I want us to learn from the mistakes of others so we can build more wisely. So when Jesus presents to us two builders, one wise, one foolish, the foolish builder represents those who hear good teaching but don't apply it. The wise builder hears the same words but puts them into practice. We can learn from both examples. I can never forget a lesson that my dad taught me about foundations. I wanted a nice car right after college, a Range Rover. I did the math and could manage the payment with my new full-time salary as long as I traded away a car that was fully paid off. My dad counseled me that it may not be the best decision and that a car's costs exceeded its monthly payment. But he said the decision was mine. So I traded my car and I bought the new one. And for the first few months, I was happy. A few months later, less so. A year later, expensive issues started to pile up and I realized I'd chosen a shaky foundation. I ended up selling the car to get back a vehicle like the one I had, but now with payments. See, I didn't have financial principles that stood the test of time. And I have learned lessons like that from status, jobs, friendships, money, and human promises that sounded good, but couldn't hold their weight. Don't be the person who hears great truth but never applies it. Don't build your life on things that seem nice in the moment, but won't hold up under pressure. God, thank you that your truth can't be shaken. Give us the wisdom and understanding to trust you more, and help us build our lives on the strongest foundation available. Amen.
I will always love you how I do. Let go of a prayer for you. Just a sweet word